Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Braylon, and tonight, I'm sitting down to talk a little bit about the Taurus full moon that took place on November 12th. So, a little bit late, not really though. Um, I was sick, first of all. Every Taurus full moon or new moon, it never fails. I get sick. So, I'm finally better enough to sit and talk with you guys, and better late than never, right? Plus, the moon is actually in Virgo as I'm recording this, so we still have that Earth moon energy to support us with these messages. And I have a Taurus moon. I was actually born underneath this kind of moon Taurus transit, so this is very near and special to me to be channeling some things about Taurus darkness. So again, you guys, this did happen on November 12th. So we're in this time of completions and endings until the next full moon, which will be in Gemini around December 12th. So what's really come to my understanding about these moons is that, well, full moons specifically, that they're more so about completions and endings than they are new beginnings. But every full moon does bring completions and therefore new beginnings. One door closes, another door opens. But it is important to embrace endings that are happening in our life around every full moon every month, okay? So, Taurus energy. Taurus is the second house of our universe. It is a fixed earth sign. So, we're dealing with this energy of practicality and stability whenever we're going through earth energy. But with the second house, it's very, very tangible house. It's a house of the physical. It rules finances and the things that we possess, the things that we own, which can be about anything. I guess maybe it's my Taurus moon that kind of understands. We can kind of place ownership onto pretty much anything. So we kind of have to be careful with the possessiveness, but these are more so things that we possess at a physical level, okay? Resources. Another thing that comes up with Taurus energy, huge, self-worth and value. This is the house of value, you guys, which, to my understanding, all of us place different facets of value on different things. One man's trash is another man's treasure kind of thing, So it's all about what we value, the value that we place onto things, which I feel in a strange way is related in some way to our self-worth. Our self-worth, basically has a lot to do with the value we place in other people, places, and things. Okay, so this is definitely up to us. This is why Aries, the I am, is the 12th house of Taurus, because first we have to go through finding ourselves and knowing who we are before we can have anything, right? We have to be somebody to have something, so it makes sense astrologically as well. So one of the things I really wanted to share with this Taurus moon energy is that since it's a full moon, I feel that this is more so about the endings to things that don't belong to us. The endings in letting go and the release of things that don't align with our self-worth, if that makes sense. The tangible things. I do feel in a weird way, I feel this is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The things that we have are extensions of ourself, So it's really, really interesting. I just think this is bringing certain endings to chapters in our lives so that we can align better and more, especially because we had a full moon in Aries last month. Subconsciously, there's been completions of self. There's been endings to the way that we're seen by other people. And we're coming into these new energies with the Aries full moon. And that cycle has kind of phased out until the new moon in Aries 6 months from now. So since we're changing as individuals, our value and our self-worth is changing as well, you guys. So this is about releasing things that don't belong to us. Certain resources and possessions coming to an end, okay? So it is very physical energy, but this is also spiritual. This is also emotional, This is about emotion with the full moon. If the moon was an eye, on the night of the full moon in Taurus, her eyes would have been wide open. So we're finally able to see what truly belongs to us and what doesn't. And it's about letting go of what doesn't, okay? So that we can have the space. And this is tangible things, all things, you guys. We're aligning with the space, making that space available for things that actually resonate with us to be tangibly had, if that makes sense. So, fixed earth. This is not cardinal earth. This is not mutable earth. So this is unlike Virgo and Capricorn. Virgo goes through physical change a lot as a mutable sign. Capricorn takes action with this physical earth. But Taurus is in the middle. Okay, this is a fixed sign. That's why Taurus is on the Wheel of Fortune along with Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And on the World card in Tarot as well, because it's one of the fixed corners of our universe. It's an archangelic corner, if I'm not mistaken. So this is about stability, you guys. Stability, 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 and practicality. Taurus is huge about that. This is about living our best life, you guys. Taurus is all about comfort. So yeah, I wanted to mention here as well before we get into the cards that Uranus was a huge part of this moon. I'm pretty sure we have not went through a Scorpio season. Like last year around this time, Uranus was in Aries. So there was a very strange unpredictableness to this Taurus energy, this full moon, especially and also with the new moon in Scorpio that we had at the end of October. That was opposing Uranus. So Uranus is that Aquarian energy of enlightenment. We're becoming enlightened, you guys, to the completions, the very tangible completions. The Taurus full moon, I feel, initiated very real, seeable, feelable, touchable. Taurus rules the five senses, you guys. So we're able to feel, touch, see, smell, hear these endings, and specifically emotion. So I mentioned Taurus darkness at the beginning of this video, and that's something that is really personal to me because I was born under, my moon is 0 degrees Taurus, so I'm very, my moon is definitely there. Taurus darkness is the fearing that you won't have enough. Kind of like the Five of Pentacles. Like there's not enough food, there's not enough resources, there's not enough money, there's not enough value here. So we want to be careful because that's what's being illuminated by the sun, and I believe Venus, and I know Mercury for sure was in retrograde, opposing this full moon. So all that reflecting energy and stuff that took place with the Mercury retrograde, Taurus had a big part in that, illuminating that. So Scorpio is the opposite of Taurus. We can talk a little bit about that. That's shared resources. Taurus is I have. Scorpio is we have, So it's very interesting, this opposition that took place. And again, what's being illuminated about Taurus darkness, So if there's any fears that come up, you guys, around this time, it's no coincidence that this full moon took place very close to Thanksgiving. For those of us who celebrate those holidays, not having enough. It's a food holiday. So yeah, we're going to be underneath this energy for the next 6 months. Okay, so there's completions happening now up until Taurus season. And also we may feel these energies until the Gemini full moon kind of comes into play, you guys. So that's just a little bit about Taurus full moon, what I have to channel about that. We are going to get into the tarot cards now, you guys, which is my favorite part. So I shuffled before sitting down, and I sat with the energy. I sat with the energy of November 12th. I asked Spirit to connect me with Taurus energy, which is the Hierophant card. So we're going to look also at the underlying energy for this full moon, whatever the cards have to say, but I just wanted to show the card for Taurus. This is actually the High Priest. Very spiritual energy, very wise. Also, it is about advice and counsel and tradition and values. So for the Taurus full moon, the card wow. Queen of Pentacles. Like, this energy is just being reiterated, you guys. Queen of Pentacles. This is my Taurus card, okay? This is Capricorn energy, Virgo, but it's the stability. It's like security. This is so Taurus. You can even see, it looks like a goat, but could also pass as like a bull, which is Taurus, is the stubborn bull. So guys, there's a message here about embracing our inner feminine, our Queen of Pentacles energy. Queen of Pentacles is very concerned with the stability of her home, finding that life-work balance, okay? She cooks, she cleans, she nurtures, she's very loving, she's very kind, but she is definitely stable. Very sensitive woman, very, very sensitive, but she knows her value, okay? So that's the immediate message, which I'm not surprised at all. Behind the Queen of Pentacles is the Justice card. So there is also a message here. For one, I'm hearing something about a lot of us could be tied up in like financially court-related situations with the Justice card. Libra is also present here, which is not surprising because Libra is ruled by Venus. along with Taurus. So, wow, this is about financial balance, basically. Financial stability, the equal give and take, okay? Especially those of us who are in partnerships, marriages. This is like a business partnership energy coming up here. So, you know, we do have the Tower behind the Justice card, you guys. So there may be some shock that happens. You know, this is Mars energy. Mars is now in Scorpio. It wasn't in Scorpio at the time of the full moon, but, you know, this is that energy. So everything's going to crash and burn and fall in order for us to be enlightened, in order for these changes to take place, to balance out, so that at the end of the day, actually what I'm going to say is at the end of the day, all Taurus cares about is a comfortable home, stability, their value, as long as they're being valued and as long as their self-worth is being respected, sort of like this Queen of Pentacles, everything's good. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of change that happens with this Taurus full moon, apparently, you guys. So that is the collective message. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot messages. We are going to start with Aries because Aries is the first zodiac sign. Hi Aries, happy Taurus full moon. So around a month ago, there was an Aries full moon. So we've already went through these completions at a soul level when it comes to who you are in your first house. Now that we've went through that subconscious cycle, it is time for you to go through a second house full moon. So this has everything to do with your finances, your resources, your values, the things that you possess. So let's go ahead and see what the message is for you, Aries. What is the Aries full moon message for, what is the Taurus full moon message for Aries? What is the Taurus full moon message for Aries? We almost had the Sun card come out, so this is about your happiness, valuing that. All right, Aries. Okay. So we talked a little bit about this being your second house, but the cards that are coming out that just flipped over are the Eight of Swords and the King of Cups. Some of you guys could definitely be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio with the King of Cups. But I'm going to be honest, Aries. This is a message about being trapped in your head emotionally. The King of Cups is all about balance emotionally. We have that Scorpio energy, which opposes Taurus. But with the Eight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, this is almost like an emotional prison. Like you're really trapped in your mind. Some feelings may come up for you, Aries, around this Taurus full moon, specifically about your finances, you know, endings there. When you have a full moon in your second house, it's very, very natural to go through endings in jobs, endings in home, very tangible endings for you there, Aries. And, you know, this could be bringing up some emotion that you need to stabilize. You know, I want to say those of you who are dealing with water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you could be feeling a little bit trapped with them. Now, I want to say as well with the Eight of Swords, this is my card for emotional avoidance. You can see the woman in this card, she's blinded herself, she's binded herself, and she's removed her feet from the water here down below. So Aries, you guys might be trying to detach emotionally in order to balance whatever you're feeling around this time, basically from now until October 12th. In doing so, it's putting you kind of in a mental prison of anxiety. This is self-imprisonment. Okay, there could be a water sign that's doing this. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. This is that fire sign energy here, that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But it's speaking to burdens, okay, guys? So there's some kind of heavy burden linked to your emotion. You know, full moons do bring up emotion, you guys. Yeah, you need to let that down, Aries. It's something that you're responsible for. This could easily be a financial responsibility, some kind of tangible responsibility that you're passionate about. A lot of hard work there, Aries. Underneath the Ten of Wands is the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands and the Emperor, which is you. So this is definitely your energy showing up. We have the 9 and the 10 of Wands. So there could even be some defensiveness going on here. You could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. For those of you who identify as feminine, we do have you here trying to take action. Yeah, you're fighting really hard, Aries, to get rid of a burden. And you're trying to take action. Yes, this is about the vision that you see. And it's really interesting that we have the 9 and the 10. So there was like some kind of final battle. Could be financial, you guys. It could be tangible. Whatever the battles you're fighting, whatever this defensiveness is, the need to protect something. Woo, there's a lot of fire here. the need to protect something, defend yourself, take action, and let go of a burden is coming up. And of course, we have the Emperor. So there's something you want to say, Aries. Someone may be keeping an eye on you. You could be dealing with air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We do have the Queen of Swords and we have the Temperance. So we have Sagittarius here as well. Maybe some of you guys are trying to stay patient mentally. There's either someone keeping an eye on you or something you need more information about mentally. Some kind of conversation that needs to take place so you can get your power back, Aries. You could be dealing with another Aries. That could be about authority. You could be going through authority battles. Okay, you could be trying to defend your power or protect your power, I'm hearing. But this is all about taking action as the fiery person you are, male or female, so that you can let down a burden. And it has something to do with you guys being in this emotional prison. You want to free yourself emotionally from something. Okay, allow yourself to feel what you feel around this time, Aries. The emotions are coming up for a reason. This is about valuing what it is that you feel and what it is that you give away at a soul level to other people, I feel. So hopefully that helps, Aries. Let's move to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Happy Taurus full moon. We have the Death card trying to sneak out here at the other opposite end of my deck. So let's just see here. What is the Taurus message? Oh, card coming out right away. Hiya. So, Taurus, before we reveal the card, let's just talk a little bit about this full moon and where it's happening for you as far as astrology. So, Taurus full moon, this is in your first house. So, you guys are probably really feeling these energies of the Taurus full moon from now until the Gemini full moon next month, around December 12th. Taurus, this is easy. This is about our self-worth. This is about our value. But it's self-worth, self-value. Emphasis on self here because it's your first house. The first house also has a lot to do with how we're perceived. So Taurus, I do need to talk a little bit about the way you're perceived in relation to the things that you have. Because Taurus, you are this energy in astrology that rules tangible things, the five senses, money, finances, very realistic, you know, and this is all about your comfort, the things that you tangibly have, own, possess, that are extensions of who you are. But this is completions, okay? These are things coming to an ending. This is a cycle for you at a soul level, and it's very emotional. So how you feel about the things you have is coming up here. How you feel about the things you will no longer have at the end of this full moon cycle is coming up here. The card that came out is the Two of Wands. So we have Taurus here. Sorry about the lighting, you guys. It's just kind of changing. But Two of Wands, decision, crossroad, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be important here. The ball is in your court, I'm hearing, Taurus. You're holding the world in your hand. But I have to say this. This is my card of a choice between comfort and growth. So this full moon may definitely bring up something here about where you're headed. Okay, this is where you've been and where you're headed. You're kind of in the middle, maybe because of the Mercury retrograde. During this full moon, you were in between the future and the past a little bit, but it's a choice between comfort and growth, if I haven't already said that. I always say with this card that you can't grow and be comfortable at the same time, right? If you want to grow, you're going to have to sacrifice comfort. If you want to be comfortable, you're probably not going to grow. So ultimately, the ball's in your court. Again, the choice is going to be up to you. These are two things that you're passionate about, two places, two people you're passionate about. But this moon, you know, that you're holding that earth. This is earth energy in your hand. You're thinking about your world. You might even be thinking about travel or how far you've come and how far you have yet to still go. But it is a decision. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So you could definitely be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, specifically Leo for me. This is a very attractive man, very confident, maybe has an ego, but he's the king of fire. So something here, this may be an energy you're taking on with the Taurus full moon. Yeah, this is about an action that some of you need to take, but some of you are going to resonate that this decision definitely has something to do with a fire sign, possibly, or confidence. Interesting. A lot of fire energy here. What comes up with fire is expressing yourself, creativity, passion, even spirituality. Behind the King of Wands, we have the Three of Swords. So some of you guys are taking action because or after some kind of separation, some kind of heartbreak. This could be a third party. Interesting, Taurus. This is so symbolic, sorry, but I see a spider on the ground right now, and I literally had a thought last night about that I haven't seen a spider in a long time, and I literally knew I would see a spider today. I didn't know it would be during the Taurus moon reading and the Taurus reading. But that to me, and I don't even see it now. So who knows? That could have just been the universe. But I feel that is that scorpionic energy that opposes you, right? Transformation, Taurus. And it's coming up with this Three of Swords while I'm talking to you about heartbreak and separation and feeling loss. Okay, that's that Taurus. Darkness, feeling, oh wow, the spider was right on my King of Wands and Two of Wands card. He's on my notes now. So transformation when it comes to taking action, like, okay, so Taurus, weird stuff going on. Maybe this was a weird full moon. I don't know if spiders, sorry dude, but I'm busy. I don't know if spiders were like a thing or will be a thing. If you guys see spiders, it's definitely a synchronicity. But what I'm telling you, or what I'm being told to tell you, is the actions that you take from now until basically your birthday season, over the next 6 month cycle. These are 6 month cycles, you guys. They may be heartbreaking. They may involve this Three of Swords energy, loss in some way. Like, you may be standing here from a place of loss, okay? But you're taking action nonetheless. And what I'm meant to tell you is that whatever action you take, it's not no little decision. Like, this isn't a decision between Alfredo and spaghetti for dinner. This is like, wow, life-changing, world-changing decisions, Taurus. That's going to change your whole horizons. This is going to change the direction and the course of your life forever. A lot of you guys are healing. Oh, wow. Wow, this has happened for Aries and Taurus. Your ruling card is showing up. We have the Three and the Four of Swords. So you guys are definitely healing from heartbreak. There may be someone who you haven't spoke to in a long time with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, but this is an obvious message about healing your broken heart or just separation. Anything that you're feeling at a heart level. This was opposite Venus, this energy. Your ruling planet, I believe, was in Scorpio at the time of the full moon. Yeah, so you're trying to heal. You need to pause. Your heart needs a minute, Taurus. I'm healing. Like, give me a minute for my heart, because I need to heal. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. A lot of thoughts coming up here. Heart-to-heart conversations that you need to have with people. Head-over-heart decisions. And then, of course, we have the Hierophant. So this is your energy, Taurus. Behind you, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So this might even involve some kind of plan. You need to plan, Taurus. You need a plan. This is about working together. That's that earth energy. But again, there may be some kind of conflict that comes up here. But I see the Fool as well. So there's going to be a new beginning, whether there's conflict or whatever. You have a plan here, to take a risk, to take a leap of faith to something new. But Taurus is healing with this full moon, especially when it comes to past heartbreak, people you've separated from, years ago, I'm hearing. But ultimately, you're taking action with this full moon, Taurus, and you're at a crossroads passionately. These are two things, two very fiery courses of action. And again, there may be a decision to make that involves a fire sign for some of you. So hopefully that helped, Taurus. Full moon in your first house. This is, releasing certain things that don't align with your self-worth, letting go of things that don't belong to you, which is tough for us. It's tough for us. We're very territorial people. But we're releasing those things, and this is bringing endings and completions to the ways that you are seen in relation to the things that you own and possess, Taurus. Make sure you own yourself. Make sure you are owning yourself, and make sure you are the best thing that you have, Taurus. One of the best possessions you could ever have is you. So hopefully that helped. Let's move to Gemini. What is the Taurus full moon message for Gemini? What is the Taurus full moon message for Gemini, please? Oh, okay, that's a lot of cards there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Gemini, before we reveal the cards, let's talk a little bit about this Taurus full moon. Very, very excited to talk to you guys because this is a full moon in your 12th house of subconscious. So you are no longer asleep, Gemini. I was going to say that you are asleep during this transit, but I would say that you are no longer asleep because when there's a full moon in your 12th house, a huge light, a huge subconscious light is beaming in an area of your chart that is usually dark, quiet, subconscious, and deep. So I'm literally seeing somebody like, when someone turns a light on, you're like, oh my God. So you're coming to the subconscious awareness of certain This is definitely an ending for you. The 12th house brings endings. The full moon brings endings. This is Taurus as a 12th house. So subconscious possessions, things that you're holding on to, tangible things that you're holding on to in an emotional way, a spiritual way. Spiritual possessions come up here, Gemini, with a 12th house Taurus. This is about subconscious value, basically what you value at a spiritual level, what you value about endings. And this has everything to do with release, baby. Release. You guys are releasing certain possessions at a subconscious level, certain resources. You guys are going to know what I'm meaning by this. I have a Pisces second house, so it's very similar to that resource subconscious energy, similar. Now, the cards coming up, we have 3 that came out. We have the Knight of Swords, which is my Geminian card. We have the Judgment card, which is Pluto energy. We have the 7 of Swords. And Gemini, I will say, some of you may not have already watched my November Gemini reading, but there was definitely some 7 of Swords vibes in that reading as well. So you guys might want to watch that. But let me interpret these cards. Gemini, this full moon and also the next full moon is in your sign. So you have until now. There's this cycle that the Gemini full moon is going to it's not going to end it, but Gemini is going to take off with this energy next month, similar to this Knight of Swords. But until then, you do have this subconscious light that is beaming. You're definitely, it's like being illuminated. Some of the things that you had that need to be released, and some of the things that you have beneath the surface that you didn't even realize the value of, Gemini. It's a subconscious value. Cards though, Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think this is you. The Knight of Swords is very quick to speak, very quick to think. Sound familiar? So this full moon, although subconscious, although it brings endings and completions for sure for you, Gemini, because you're coming up on a new lunar cycle with your full moon next month in your first house. Things that you have to say, decisions that you need to make very quickly, maybe even a little bit of arguing with the Knight of Swords. Sometimes, if portrayed wrong, the Knight of Swords can start kind of an argument because he rushes in and says things. He makes his mind up, like before he even had a thought, he's already said it. So basically, there's this energy of maybe I should think before I speak. There's a song, I know that I should think before I talk. Gemini, that you might be doing, maybe that's important. But yeah, very fast energy with the Knight of Swords. Fast messages coming in as well that you're saying or receiving with this Knight of Swords. Now, I feel like this might have to do with something from the past. This is a second opportunity to make a decision fast, Gemini. This is a second opportunity to resurrect. Like you may decide very quickly whether to resurrect something. You may get a phone call. There may be an argument over the phone with someone. Someone's rushing in or you're rushing into the past with this Plutonian energy. So be very careful because with this card combination, the things that you say may resurrect certain feelings in people. And with Pluto energy, it may dead things. It may be endings, but this is being awakened, Gemini. You guys are headed right towards like some kind of awakening. It looks like with the Judgment card, you may have to make a judgment call. This is like a decision that you're making very quickly between now and the full moon in Gemini. It makes sense. But we have the 7 of Swords here. So this has something to do a little bit with some kind of, well, I'm going to say it. The 7 of Swords is sneaky, cheating, lying, stealing energy between you and another person. This is you or someone else, Gemini. Maybe this is a situation from the past. I don't think the 7 of Swords is a bad card. It's an energy that we have to take on sometimes to kind of get out of situations intellectually. Depends on how you use the energy, but this person is in broad daylight. This was something that happened to you in the past or something that you did in the past, Gemini. This is a second opportunity to get away with something. Talk about being ruled by Mercury, the trickster. Because I do feel that this is a second opportunity. Oh, as well. Okay, so the Judgment card is also about forgiveness. So there may be a phone call or an awakening that happens in relation to some kind of lie, deception. Second opportunity to forgive that. You're becoming enlightened about that. You're making a decision. You're making a judgment call very quickly. And, for some of you, it might involve having to lie, having to get away with something, sneak, hidden agenda. Very, very interesting. Now, the past is prevalent, and I feel the reason why is because you have that 12th house full moon. That's that Piscean energy. of endings. So of course we have the past here iterated twice, reiterated. We have the Six of Cups coming up. So this might involve children. It might involve definitely revisiting. Like this might have been something that happened, and for some of you, you guys still have some kind of childhood trauma when it comes to being lied to, when it comes to, you know, just these energies, okay? With the Seven of Swords, this may be something that happened in your childhood, or you may have to revisit your childhood. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio specifically. This is the Sun and Scorpio energy. The energy of familiar, like memory road. So you guys could just be, this full moon might have triggered that. You know, this is about value and stuff like that, this full moon. So sometimes our value is triggered by, you know, situations where we were lied to, situations where forgiveness needs to be had. We might have to make up our mind very quickly. Like with this Knight of Swords, there might be a quick conversation that takes place on the phone about this. The information may come in so quick that it seems deceitful, so be careful of that. But with the Judgment card and the Six of Cups, this definitely has to do with the resurrection from the past. And if you don't believe me, I mean, we have the Lovers card right behind that, which is you, Gemini. This also may be a choice. We have Twin Flame Soulmate here. That's a vibe lately. There could be someone from your past who is at a distance from you, and there's some kind of choice between the past and the future, or just some kind of decision that may affect you, Gemini, or a person you're connecting with. But this is a very deep connection that you had in the past. It just may have been corrupted or fucked up, for lack of a better term, with this energy here. It was very quick. It was very, very quick. You felt called to do this, even though maybe it was a little deceitful in some people's eyes. But you know what you feel, Gemini. You know that this is a connection. You know, this is about a reconciliation from your past. It could be with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But we do have the King of Pentacles and the Moon. So this is the Taurus moon. This is Taurus moon energy. The moon could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. But with the King of Pentacles, which is my Taurus, you can see the bulls there on the throne. This is Taurus moon energy. There are, Gemini, lots of messages, lots of investments, lots of offers coming in, so much so that you need to weigh out your options. Okay, pick your poison wisely, because some of these things are being brought to completion. We do have the energy of Saturn here with the World, which is travel. But this Taurus full moon, there might have been secrets here. There may be something that you fear. Fears financially come up a lot with Taurus 12th house. Your subconscious fears about, you know, that might be something that I have a Taurus moon. So Taurus moon is very similar to having a 12th house Taurus, especially for the Geminis risings watching this. Brings up subconscious fears. Will there be enough? Is there enough money? Is there enough food? Will there be enough resources and finances? But, you know, Gemini, the message is clear. Regardless of this full moon, we do have a reconciliation, something you're celebrating from the past, a past connection. This could be a friend. It could be a third party as well, especially that the Seven of Swords. So, yeah, collaborations as well coming up here for you, Gemini. But again, very nostalgic energy that comes up between now and the Gemini full moon, which will be taking place on December 12th-ish. So yeah, welcome to the 12th house, Gemini. You're wide awake now, and there's certain things that you couldn't see before that you see very clearly that have something to do with your value, your worth, and things that you possess as your own. So let's move on to Cancer. Hopefully that helped, Gemini. What is the Cancer full moon? Why do I keep saying that? What is the Taurus full moon? So there is a card that came out. I'm definitely gonna get another card for you guys. But before we talk about this, or show the card, let's talk a little bit about the astrology, Cancer, that's going on for you with the Taurus full moon. So Cancer, this is 11th house energy for you, especially the Cancer risings watching. This is 11th house energy. Taurus is 11 houses away from you. So this is a very collective energy. I love talking to people about 11th house energy because it's groups, it's cosmic, it's collective, it's that humanitarian Aquarius energy. And I think that's kind of cool that you have a Taurus 11th house, Cancer, because Uranus is currently there, and Uranus is one of those 11th house energies. It enlightens people by groups. It's very interesting to say the least. So Cancer, this is all about friendship for you, groups of people, that online community energy. So what I'm seeing here is the value that you have amongst groups of people. So basically finding basically your soul tribe, connecting with other people, friends, and groups that have similar values to you, similar worth. Um, Things like money and finances and anything tangible when it comes to the groups of people is going to be very important. 11th house full moon, but I want to mention full moons bring things to completions and endings. So there may be, when you have an 11th house full moon, there could be endings to friendships. Endings can happen in quantities, like it's not just one ending, but one thing ends, another thing ends, another thing ends. That's that group energy. It's that collective endings based on your value. So some of you guys could end friendships around this time because of your a newfound sense of self-worth, and this is taking place between now and basically the Gemini full moon, but technically until Taurus season 6 months from now when we have a new moon in Taurus. Cancer, the tarot card that came out for you guys is the Tower. My lighting is so weird, I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys can see this, but we have the Tower. So wow, this was actually behind, so this Taurus full moon was associated with the Tower. This is Mars energy. Mars went into Scorpio. Mars is in your 5th house of pleasure and romance now. So the Tower talks all about sudden shock, change, and like enlightenment almost. It's the crumbling down and ending to something. Like if you've been trying to end something, or if you haven't been ending something, the universe is like, I got you. And it comes in with the Tower. So this is usually something that, it's not always something we want to end or change, but it's definitely something that needs to change and end. Could be a relationship, a home environment. It's a false foundation. Okay, false foundation here. Trust me that you're going to be better after this transition. Again, this could definitely be, you know, in relation to a group, a friend. So very interesting here, Taurus. You guys could be dealing with a Taurus. Sorry, Cancer. Very interesting with this Tower energy. Because there's enlightenment here. There's shakeups here. Now, right now, before we reshuffle, because that kind of came out and I accidentally said Cancer Moon, but I think this is the card. We have the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, the 6 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So there is newfound victory and clarity here. After some kind of ending, Cancer, some kind of painful ending here that takes place over the next month. Now, this is another one of those cards where it's like, people see this card and they're like, oh my God, 10 swords in my back. Like, yeah, you know, but it's an ending that you want to happen. Very similar vibe here. Okay, I don't know about you, but I would definitely want 10 swords in my back to come to an end. This is the light at the end of the tunnel, Cancer. You're moving away from this pain. This is all about moving on to calmer waters. For some of you, that's going to involve being single, self-sufficient, lovely Taurus vibration here. This is that Taurus full moon influence where you can do bad all by yourself and you can damn sure do good all by yourself too. You're self-sufficient, you're independent. Some of you guys are single. And if you're not single, you're just moving on to calmer waters where you feel more stable. Okay, and that's going to involve a victory. Let's check this Tower out. I just revealed the King of Pentacles, so some of you could be dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just overall stability. Like, this is shocking. Shock that has something to do with stability, security with this Taurus full moon for you. So why is the Tower coming out for Cancer? Why is the Tower coming out for my Cancers? Please clarify the Tower for Cancer. Now that's way too many, but we have the 3 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Moon. So for some of you, this involves third parties. And again, this is the card of friendship. So I don't know why, but I just feel like only stable friendships moving forward. Only friends that value you. You know, you're only collaborating with groups of people who have similar values. You know, you're only accepting offers that don't confuse you. Like there's an ending here to emotional confusion and new passionate sparks. So please clarify with just one card, please. Okay. So we have the Hermit coming out. So what Spirit is telling me is that this is about wisdom. This is, some of you guys feel like you're going through this Tower and this shakeup all on your own. There's a message here about, you know, the path of enlightenment is sometimes and most of the time walked alone in wisdom. So isolation, Cancer, I think some of you guys just kind of want to be alone during this energy. You know, you guys are ruled by the moon, so I just feel, you know, that you guys are affected by the full moons and new moons, and every 2 days the moon shifts. So there's these huge subconscious shifts in cancers. Every cancer I know, like they're physical representations of these energies moving subconsciously at an emotional soul level. So people call you guys moody, and I'm like, well, you try being ruled by the moon. You know, something that moves every 2 days and is new and full, and we have eclipses and all these things. Like, it's quite beautiful if you ask me. But yeah, this is something that you're trying to be wise about. I just heard that some of you guys are causing this tower. You're letting something crumble down because it's the wisest thing to do. It could involve a job that you're manifesting. It could involve resources with the magician. We do have Mercury here. So Mercury going back direct is going to be essential. Some of you are definitely dealing with like Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Like this could just be that Taurus energy. There's missed opportunities also here, Cancer. Like online messages and maybe even missed opportunities to travel. But because the Eight of Wands is very quick energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune here too. Jupiter, very close to that galactic center. We have fire signs showing up, or just younger people who have new passion for you. But Cancer, you guys are like super focused on something. I feel like the phone's ringing, there's text messages, there's all these people, like there's also the need to move fast and communicate and like travel. But it's like as all these arrows, like love arrows too, just trying to be shot at you with Venus and Sagittarius, and you're just like emotionally unavailable. You guys are just really focused on whatever these 3 cups are down here. Could have been a third party or a friendship for sure with the 11th house energy. But I always say with this card, like something has got your attention emotionally. You know what you want, and it's because you know your value. For you, Cancer, I feel like in a weird way, having Taurus as your 11th house, your value is shown to you the most when there's 6 or more people around. Like when you're in a group. When you're around like 3 or more people even is considered a group. So be very careful of the kind of, because I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together. So your value can sometimes be lessened if you hang around or if you associate with certain, I don't know why I'm hearing brands. Like, it's kind of like being branded, I guess. So just be careful. I think you guys already know this, though, and it's more of a on the love tip for some of you. But yeah, you guys definitely know what you want here. You're focused on that. And because of that, whatever is coming in, because there are new opportunities coming in here with this cup, it's coming from very strange places. It's very unexpected, so unexpected and strange that you might not even see it, or you may be ignoring it because you're like, this is not the cup I'm focusing on. This is not what I want. So you see that guy, this is you or someone else, Cancer. You might be dealing with a person who's emotional focus is elsewhere, and you're like, here's my cup. But I think this is you guys. This is about your emotional foundation. This reminds me of you because it's the 4th house of water, and that's what you are in astrology. So there might be missed opportunities to communicate here, probably because you're just trying to move a little bit slower. You're taking practical steps forward with the Knight of Pentacles, trying to manifest some kind of plan for yourself. This is magical collaborations with other people, though. Okay, some kind of magical plan. And again, we're brought back to the Tower and the Hermit. So going through this change on your own is the wisest thing. Some of you guys are extremely enlightened, but there's a lot of shakeups here, and I really hope you guys aren't feeling alone. I hope you guys are feeling the more empowered version of that, which is, you know, like, this is my change. Like, I'm going through this, but some of you, I hate to say it, but some of you feel like, wow, like, I don't know if you guys prefer, because you guys are hermit crabs. So when I get this card, although it's Virgo, I do think of you, Cancer. So you could definitely be experiencing endings with a Virgo as well. Okay, shock. But it's all about being wise. Be wise with this transit in your 11th house. Could be endings to friendships, just shock and change, Cancer. So hopefully that helps. Very, very interesting. All right, so let's move to Leo. Hi, Leo. What is the Taurus full moon message for Leo, please? Taurus full moon message for Leo. What is the Taurus full moon message for Leo, Spirit? Oh, so we almost had the 7 of Swords come out for you. So I don't know if you guys are dealing with Gemini, but Gemini is definitely pretty 7 of Swords-ish lately. So let's see. Let's wait for something to come out. Okay, we got something coming out here. All right. Before we reveal the card, Leo, let's talk a little bit about this energy, shall we? So first things first, Leo, you are a fixed sign just like Taurus. So we have Taurus here, we have Leo here, we have a harsh 90-degree angle between you guys that exists on the zodiac wheel. So this full moon automatically brings up compromise, it brings up tension, it brings up the absolute need to meet people halfway. Squares, there's no way around that. Okay, I'm not budging, you're not budging. I don't know who's more stubborn, Leo or Taurus, honestly. You guys are gonna have to let me know. And another thing I want to mention is Taurus and Leo both associate with self-worth. The ego, which is literally Leo energy, being ruled by the sun, the center of the universe. Like, if you look up the definition of ego, it's one's sense of self-worth. And Taurus is all about self-worth as well. So there definitely may be like the worth of you and other people, places, and things, like, you know, where you're feeling like I'm not going to compromise. Like, I know who I am, you know. And Taurus is showing you this. Taurus is 10 houses away from you, Leo. So this is about, it's very serious energy. It's about your future. It's about your career. It's about the long term. The next 10 years comes up here. The last 10 years. You could definitely be ending 10-year cycles, Leo. But it is your midheaven, so this is kind of like where you're going in life. You're kind of like a mini north node. So very, very important here with the 10th house when it comes to completions. Things may be ending now in the name of your future, I'm hearing. Careers and just certain things that you're meant to do on your path. It's that Capricorn energy of social status and like the way you're seen in the world, like your professionalism and stuff. Card coming out. King of Cups. King of Cups. So we have a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Cancer, masculine energy showing up here. King of Cups. So similar to a lot of people with this energy lately. So you could have been feeling more of that scorpionic energy, Leo, in your 4th house rather than the Tauran energy. We did have a new moon there, and that's family, home, Leo. So both are coming up, family, career, you know, where you live. But the King of Cups to me is about wearing your emotions on your sleeve. All right. And these are messages that could apply between now and the Gemini full moon on December 12th. And it could also carry on throughout the next 6 months until Taurus season, when we have a new moon in Taurus, when we can plant seeds in this area of your career. Right now, you're kind of ending cycles. Okay. So that you can walk your true path. And this is definitely about how you feel. I'm feeling lots of feels, Leo. Feeling lots of feels from this King of Cups, truly am. You're trying to balance it out. You're trying to be stable. To me, for some reason, this reminds me of being stubborn emotionally. To tell me more about this, we have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So definitely some ups and downs emotionally here with, you can see back there, we have like lots of waves. This is the card of financial stress. You may have a choice to make. And with the King of Cups, this is a King of Cups decision. I'm feeling Pisces energy because I was just about to say this is like water sign indecisiveness, and I immediately thought of Pisces. Scorpio though as well, especially when it comes to being stubborn emotionally. Like, it's interesting, you're juggling the value of two different things that you feel, and look at what that's doing to you emotionally back there. Like, lots of ups and downs. There could be like financial stress here that is contributing. I mean, both of these cards have quite the waves emotionally. The King of Cups is surrounded by waves. So juggling between two people, places, and things that you value emotionally, this is that Taurus energy, okay, of having to make a decision. We have the Ace of Swords behind that in the Four of Cups. So because of your truth, this is very similar to the Cancer reading in that Jupiter coming close to the galactic center is affecting you, Leo. There are arrows of communication being shot at you, okay, maybe even love. Like, I just heard a fire truck. But yeah, things are changing at a rapid pace when it comes to travel. Definitely travel I see here. But, you know, maybe, I don't know if you're emotionally available, Leo. Kind of like Cancer. I wonder if you guys are dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer energy. Because this is like, you're juggling two different truths. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to be victorious. This is like a new beginning mentally. You could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. Doesn't matter who you're dealing with, guys. It's just the energy of a choice that you value. Again, this is happening in your 10th house. So I don't know if some of you guys have two different ways of making money, or if there's a career decision. I feel like your decisions are going to really impact, your future, but you're juggling something victoriously. And you guys could be doing this mentally as well. This could definitely be happening like at a mental level. But card coming out is the King of Cups. Your emotional stability in the future is coming up here. Like how you're going to feel in the next 10 years. And the value of that. Because for you, Leo, it's all about the value in your future. Cycles of value coming to the completion, money and resources, but it's all about emotion for you guys. I want to get one more card because you guys are juggling, like definitely juggling. Why is the King of Cups here for Leo? Trying to master those emotions, keep how you feel in, knowing damn well your emotions are on your sleeve here. We almost had the Empress come out. Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands coming out. So you guys are like standing up, moving a bit slower. Yeah, you guys could be fighting your emotion, fighting off your emotion. A lot of us are doing that lately. Or this could involve a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. You're trying to fight what you feel, Leo. This is Aries, Leo, Sag. So you guys are just standing up for yourself emotionally because you know what you feel. Just because others don't know how you feel, that doesn't mean you don't know, Leo. Like, this is about your worth emotionally for some reason. And the balance of that. Could be second chances. There could be resurrections. This is Pluto energy, Scorpionic energy again. But Leo, yeah, you're taking a stand for what you feel. And it's like there's this weird energy going on with this card where he's like not putting his feet in the water. So be careful not to trick yourself in like why you fight this other energy off, because there are competitors here and you're feeling the need to protect yourself emotionally. Just be careful. Take it from a water sign. Sometimes when you do that, you can kind of like accidentally fight your own emotions away. And I'm not really sure if that's considered stable. You might have to talk to a Scorpio. That is, if you guys are not fighting a certain Scorpio. This is about emotional balance as you fight off some kind of competition, but you're feeling really protected emotionally. So I'm feeling the energy of Cancer there as well. So hopefully that helped, Leo. Full moon in your 10th house. These are completions happening now in relation to your worth to ensure a bright future for you. It's like you're walking a certain path, okay? So let's move into Virgo energy. What is the Taurus full moon message for Virgo? Taurus full moon message for Virgo, please. What is the Taurus full moon message for Virgo? And we almost had the Hanged Man, so Neptune going out of retrograde later on in November, extremely important. Maybe there's something here about enlightenment. I do see the energy of a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, the energy of a child as well. I saw the Page of Cups. So apologies, young love offers, but also indecisiveness, because I just saw the Two of Swords. This message almost came out, which is coming out. It came out for Cancer. It came out for Leo. Now it's coming out for Virgo. Missed opportunities in communication. We have the Death card here at the bottom of the deck. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, some kind of decision. So let's let something come out, Virgo. What is the Taurus full moon message for Virgo? Taurus full moon message. We almost had the World. Lots of almost energy. Oh, we have a card coming out. Crazy. Crazy. Before we reveal these cards, let's talk a little bit about astrology, Virgo, and where this Taurus full moon is happening for you. So first of all, you're an earth sign, just like Taurus. So where Taurus kind of stubbornly stabilizes, they're not taking action and they're not changing. They're in the middle. Virgo, you're mutable earth. So Taurus is going to show you how to stabilize all the fucking changes going on in your life right now. Virgos are mutable. So you're going through a lot of change always, especially when the sun enters Sagittarius and you're squared by that mutable energy, and there's a full moon in Gemini, which is another mutable sign, and Neptune's going direct in Pisces, which is another mutable, mutable. Okay, so lots of change, lots of magic. But Taurus is 9 houses away from you, Virgo, meaning this energy is going to bring completions to the things you have, the things you possess, but more so when it comes to your beliefs. So I'm hearing, what do you believe that you have, Virgo? You know, this is about discovering your soul as well. That came out in my Virgo reading for November. Discovering your soul. The 9th house is all about discovery, philosophy, taking it, going on adventures, you know, learning your higher mind, long distance travel emotionally. But we want to relate all that energy to possession, things that you own, finances. So going the distance because of your value, There may be money at a long distance that you're making, money, long distance money, opportunities, finances in your ninth house, but you are a student for the next month. When you go through ninth house energy, you take on the energy of a teacher slash student. So you're learning, Virgo, put your learning hat on. And please, please keep in mind, this is all about what you believe, believe, believe. Believing and having go hand in hand for Virgo, because Taurus is your ninth house. So, cards coming out, completely different story. We have the Six of Cups and the Lovers. Could be dealing with a Gemini, could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, specifically Scorpio. We have the energy of children here. Virgo, who is this nostalgic lover? Who is this twin flame soulmate energy? Someone you may have children with, some kind of decision that you might have to make. The Six of Cups is memories. You have memories with a certain person. Okay? This is a beautiful soulmate connection. For some of you guys, this is such a familiar lover that they may even have connected with you in a past life. Like you can see that with the Lovers card, this is divine. For some of you, the third party in your relationship is angels, and like I think this is Archangel Raphael. The archangel of communication. So there is some communication taking place, some divine, they corrected me, some divine communication taking place between two people, and there might even not be words being said. It's more so the memories. I'm hearing that song by, that Maroon 5, memories, bring back you. So it might be a song that's important. But yeah, the memories. There's memories here that you have with a person. It's very nostalgic, but Virgo, you're in your head. With the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're really in your head. Maybe you're not connecting with this person physically, but God, why do you need to, Virgo? I'm feeling this. This person's feeling you. Like, there's a very strong soul connection between you and a person, but if it's a twin flame, there might be some separation. Somebody might be in jail. Somebody might be in prison. Someone might be temporarily trapped in a situation with another person, another place, another thing. This is either you or someone else in their head and avoiding what they feel. You feel like you can't see when it comes to this connection. You feel like there's nothing you can do. I mean, to make it even worse, both of you are blinded. I'm blinded by your love. But, these are the only two cards in tarot where there's a blindfold. Sometimes the Justice card is blindfolded as well. But wow, this is somebody's message here. You're really in your head about a decision that you need to make, maybe about a child. Maybe about a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe this is other passionate messages coming to you. But you're just like, I haven't made my mind up. Like, I'm such at a crossroads. You could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces. We have two different men here, an air sign, a fire sign, a Leo, an Aquarius, an Aries, a Libra. Just King of Swords, King of Wands. So two different masculine energies. But love coming forward to be communicated and expressed. Okay, lots of different suitors. You have options, Virgo, but there's something in something is got you really in your head during this transits. Okay, during from November 12th to December 12th, and possibly just kind of behind the scenes. You're gonna feel this energy lighten up when the Gemini full moon comes in December 12th. But I'm telling you what, this is the vibe for you over the next 6 months until the new moon in Taurus season. You're in your head about some kind of decision that you have to make or another person. Decision is iterated here twice with the Lovers. This is another decision. So this is either decisions that could potentially affect a connection with a child, a connection you have with someone who has children, or you have children with them. But what I really see here when these two cards come out, it's my twin flame soulmate card. So you may have to choose between someone you were created with and someone who you were very close with in a past life. Or someone may be embodying both, but there may be someone who wants to come back from the past. But you're learning a lot about your value, Virgo, so it makes me wonder if you're not in your head about deciding whether to let someone in. You got to free yourself from this energy, because this full moon really has got you guys kind of at a halt energetically. Until you learn your worth. You're going to be trapped here. It's going to be so much easier to make these decisions, Virgo, when you come into terms with what you truly believe you deserve. Whoa, Man, that came from somewhere else. Decisions from the past coming up here. If this is not, I can't believe I'm saying this because this is definitely love for some of you, Gemini energy. If this is not a love connection for some of you, the lovers could easily be like a creative project or a friendship. This may be a friend that you have love with, but Virgo, wow. I could see why the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords here. Because you're really in your head about what you feel. Why would you be in your head about what you feel? Probably because this person is not physically with you, or there's just something going on. Something going on with this connection. But Virgo, I'm going to let you guys analyze that. But I want you guys to know, if you're watching this video, most of you are definitely connecting with someone who you've known in a past life. You have a very familiar vibe with them. And it's a beautiful divine connection here. Okay? For sure. All right, so hopefully that helped, Virgo. We'll see what you learn about, you know, your values, your worth, and the things that belong to you, what you're learning about that. And this is about expansion as well. But keep in mind, the full moon brings things to completion, so that you can more easily learn about these things. Okay, very interesting message. That has got me feeling some things. Probably you too. All right, let's move to Libra. What is the, we almost had the Queen of Swords. If you guys have not watched my Libra November reading on my YouTube channel, you're going to need to watch that. Some of you could be dealing with Sagittarius. Some of you guys could be dealing with Virgo. But we've got some endings here, all right, Libra? Endings that you're going through in your isolation. You're isolating yourself, turning your back on pain wisely. We have the Page of Swords here. Ooh, some kind of truth is coming in. Okay, definitely if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, there's definitely some kind of truth. There's some kind of secret. Someone sees, someone is watching in secret. Yeah, something's coming in here. You need more information, huh, Libra? You guys need more information about something. Maybe a Pisces, a Cancer, someone who's in and out of your life, in and out of your home. Sagittarius energy, Aries, Leo. But there's a secret here. Like, I'm hearing extra, read all about it. This is just news just in. Like, I don't know if this is fake news, though, so be careful. Okay, but there's patience here and wisdom and endings. Let's continue. But yeah, that Queen of Swords. This is my Libra woman card. So let's see what comes all the way out for you, Libra. What is the full moon in Taurus message for Libra? Taurus, full moon. We almost had the Devil. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could feel bound to somebody. This could be a toxic burden from the past, maybe involving children, or a Gemini or a twin flame, soulmate energy. Burdens when it comes to connections from the past. Again, you could feel, this could be addiction, toxicity, Capricorn energy, feeling bound, manipulation, all of that good stuff. So let's see what comes all the way out. Okay, we had the Sun card and the Emperor come out. Leo, Aries may be important. You guys could be taking your power back when it comes to owning your happiness. Libra, what is the full moon in Taurus message for Libra, please? Okay, now we have a card coming out to talk about here. Now, Libra, before we talk about this card, let's talk about Taurus for a minute and how it's 8 houses away from you on the zodiac wheel. So this is a full moon in your 8th house, okay? It's interesting because you're the opposite of Aries. I say this every month, but Scorpio is the traditional 8th house on the zodiac wheel, opposite of Taurus. But for you, since Aries is your opposite sign, all of the signs rule what they oppositely would. So Pisces is the 12th house, but they're your 6th house on the wheel. Taurus is the 2nd house, but they're your 8th house on the zodiac wheel, okay? So this point blank period is all about transformation for you. Death, rebirth, intimacy, sex, shared resources. Okay, so for you, Libra, it's a bit different because it's this mixture of what you have and what you're sharing with other people. Money, finances, anything tangible, your worth and your value. Okay, but the 8th house is very emotional. It's a very dark house. So similar to Gemini, you guys are experiencing light in an area of your chart that is usually dark and hidden. This is the energy of secrets. So it's interesting what came up first. That High Priestess and that Page of Swords, you guys are you're coming into some truth about things that are hidden in the dark very, very easily. Secrets coming to light. Very hard to lie or hide things from people who are going through 8th house full moons, because there's a bright light showing you and illuminating to you what needs to be transformed. So yeah, eighth house full moon, completions and endings and transformations when it comes to what no longer, what no longer belongs to you, Libra. Card coming out is the Nine of Cups. I like it. So it's important for you to focus on your wish, granting your own wishes, Libra. This is emotional fulfillment, something that you know, like those cups are metaphors for things that could surround you right now in life that would make you so happy and emotionally complete. Sometimes this is an emotionally self-sufficient energy on your own, so this is something you can do on your own, Libra. Something you can grant on your own. You may feel this on your own, but it's wish fulfillment. There's some kind of wish that this full moon is illuminating for you about emotional fulfillment, your own emotional worth, I'm hearing. What you want to happen, like what would make you happy, basically. And some of you guys are going through this energy after, well, while you're heartbroken. Maybe third party here, maybe having to have conversations with people at a heart level, making head over heart decisions. That's a Libra energy. This is Libra energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But, speaking from the heart, Libra, about what would emotionally satisfy you, about what would make you happy. This is going to involve, not giving, it's going to bring a completion to certain things that you've given away, your own happiness. Like, I feel like in some ways you've broken your own heart, but I also feel that other people have contributed. Okay, because there is this loss of a wish here coming up. The Three of Swords brings up loss. So some of you guys might feel like, you lost out on some kind of wish fulfillment, or you're separate from that in some way. This is about what your broken heart is wishing for, Libra. Emotional fulfillment, you might have really felt like you missed an opportunity here. This is bringing up the question of emotional availability. Are you guys emotionally available? Those of you guys who are separated or heartbroken or feeling lost, okay? There is definitely a third party dimension here, meaning that there's you, a person you're interested in or thinking about right now, and some other tangible thing, like another person, a child, a job, money, your guys' own egos, emotion, like whatever these three things are. Because you're focused on these three cups. There's these three important emotions here, Libra, that you're focused on. You're very much contemplating emotionally about this. Your emotional foundation is coming up. How you feel about your foundation, basically. And therefore, you may be missing opportunities. Something's trying to come into you during this time frame. But if you guys are in your feelings, they're kind of hurt in any way. If you're going through loss, especially if you feel like you lost something that would emotionally fulfill you like this, you're going to be a little bit complacent, if that's the right word, and you may ignore. This is the card of missed opportunities or ignored opportunities. So you have to let me know. We do have the energy of Virgo showing up here. The Hermit could be dealing with a Virgo, or you may have Virgo energy. The Hermit also talks about isolation and solitude, though. So you guys are just trying to be wise. You guys are definitely reflecting on that truth that comes out. I'm telling you what, Libras are definitely coming into some kind of truth. You guys may be this Page of Swords. You guys may be the voice for darkness. You guys may be telling secrets. Okay, or secrets may be being told to you. I do see that some of you guys are keeping an eye on a high priestess. So you're keeping an eye on someone in secret, or someone's keeping an eye on you in secret. Again, it could be Pisces, Cancer. It could be a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. You could be wanting to charge forward passionately, but this involves someone who's in and out of your life in darkness at nighttime, subconsciously. Pay attention to your dreams and the truth that's coming up there. Eighth house full moon does make people very intuitive, but you guys are definitely reflecting on truth that comes in between now and the Gemini full moon. And because of this truth, you guys, it might be heartbreaking. It might trigger loss in some level. Taurus moon does trigger loss, the feeling of not having enough. So whatever this loss is, Libra, I'm hearing that it's related to this Nine of Cups. It's related to something that would emotionally fulfill you, some kind of wish. Don't lose hope, Libra. I'm going to get you one more card for this Nine of Cups. Give me one more card for the Nine of Cups for Libra. Why is the Nine of Cups coming out for the Taurus full moon for Libra? I'm hearing focus on your own fulfillment. Libra, you guys are very known for being people pleasers, you know what I mean? Because I just feel the energy of like someone else's wish. Like, oh, this would make me happy, but would it make so-and-so happy? Would it make my other scale happy? You know what I mean? We have the World card. So this is a completion. Something needs to end. Something has come full circle with this full moon. You could be dealing with a Aquarius, a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Leo. But yeah, some of you guys are really happy that there's a cycle that's over in your life. Some of you guys have a desire to travel. This may involve the internet or the World Wide Web, but something has definitely come to a completion and you're happy. Okay, some of you guys were wishing for this thing to be over. It's something you need that's coming in. Okay, something you need is coming in here, Libra, with the Ace of Pentacles, and this is great for Taurus full moon, because as something comes to a completion, as some kind of value or resource or finance comes to a completion with the World card, something that you used to desire is coming to a completion. Okay, and because of that, we have something new coming in, an Ace of Pentacles. This is something you guys need in order to be victorious. It might be a lump sum of money at a job. It might be an admirer. You might be getting acknowledged, and therefore, like, here, Libra, here's this thing that you need, this house, this car. It's going to help you stabilize a lot of things in your life. It's going to help you end a cycle and finally feel like things have turned around. You know what I mean, Libra? So welcome to the 8th house of transformation. Lots to transform there. Very emotional house to be illuminated for you as an air sign. You're probably going to be, you know, thinking a lot about these energies and stuff like that, guys. But focus on your own emotional fulfillment. This is a very intimate energy for you guys, the Taurus 8th house full moon, okay? So hopefully that helped, Libra. Let's move to Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. What is the Taurus full moon message for Scorpio? What's the Taurus full moon for Scorpio? Taurus full moon message for Scorpio, please. Okay, we have a card coming out. Card coming out. So before we reveal the card, Scorpio, let's talk a little bit about the Taurus energy for you. Very important. Taurus is your opposite sign on the zodiac wheel, meaning that it is 7 houses away from you. So this full moon on November 12th had everything to do with completions happening in your relationships, Scorpio. God, sorry. Yeah, relationship completion. So completions happening more so for others, while new beginnings are happening for you, Scorpio, because we had a new moon in Scorpio at the end of October, and we're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius at the end of November. So you guys are going through this newness, plants, seeds being planted, while other people seem to be going through endings and completions that involve you. The 7th house is all relationships. It's all partnerships, business partnerships, partnerships that you have with family, relationships that you have with the siblings, co-workers, romantic relationships, even the relationship you have with yourself, Scorpio. So for you, because Taurus opposes you, there is this energy of what you have and what's being shared with other people. Specifically, the value and the self-worth that you have in relation to your relationships, okay? Valuing relationships that are tangible and aligned with your self-worth, Scorpio. The card that came out is the beautiful 10 of Cups. I love when this comes out, specifically for water signs, because this is emotional long-term. Like, this is something you've been feeling for 10 years, something that you can feel with another person for the next 10 years. Like, this is a completion, being completely completed, being fulfilled emotionally. This is a happy home environment. It's literally the white picket fence tarot card. Like, could be a reconciliation. You're very happy with someone. There may be children involved. But this is, like, again, family, home, and relationship stuff. And you're getting this card for the 7th house. So what do you value in relationships, Scorpio? Feeling emotionally fulfilled, that happily ever after. You know, getting that with a person, sharing that with a person, whatever that might mean. This is a gorgeous message. So while some relationships, because of this full moon, come to completion and ending, I mean, you are getting the 10 of Cups. There is no 11 of Cups. Like, this is the cuppiest cup that it gets. After the 10 of Cups, there is the Ace of Cups, which is a whole new cycle. So you guys probably, there is an energy here of wanting to start over, especially if you've been feeling this for a long time. Like, I know you guys are the fixed water sign and you guys like stable emotions, but even the King of Cups, which is you guys in tarot, has some waves. I know you guys are still water. So this is a situation that might involve still waters, like you're calm here in this home, in this family situation, but there is this underlying energy I'm picking up on intuitively of where you want to start something new. You want to feel a new emotion, self-love, like it just comes with the 10 of Cups. This is a beautiful energy, but it is a completion. It is ending. It is a full moon. So what I was saying is, although there are endings to certain relationships, there's going to be beautiful new relationships with others. Scorpio, the bottom of the deck, it just even gets better. We have the 9 of Cups. Like, wow, this is the 19 of Cups. Like, you have 19 cups here, 9 of which you have on your own, and 10 of which you might be sharing with another person, and children, and home, and family. But, you know, you guys might really, this is a wish fulfillment. So keep an eye, like all water energy, lots of emotion here to stabilize, but this is about what you desire emotionally, and what you desire emotionally is this emotional fulfillment that you're either going to feel on your own or that you're going to share with another person, place, or thing. It might involve a home environment that you desire, because the 9 of Cups, so there's a wish that comes true between now and December 12th, and it's going to be taking place, this fulfillment and this wish behind the scenes. It's going to be illuminated throughout the next 6 months until the Taurus new moon, where you plant new seeds. This is about endings. So changes could be happening, endings can be happening emotionally, but you desire these. Similar to Libra, you're desiring this ending so that you can start something new. We even have the World card here, so this is definitely about a completion. Scorpio, you and Taurus are both on this card, and so is Leo and Aquarius. So this might involve travel, but there is a cycle. It's Saturn energy. There is a cycle here that has come to completion with this Taurus, and this is relationships for you, Scorpio. So I want you guys to ask yourself over the next month and over the next 6 months, is this a relationship that you wished for, that you're happy in? Your happiness is so here, Scorpio. Whether you're with someone or not, this is about aligning yourself emotionally, being okay on your own emotionally, you know, before you share, and in order to share that kind of energy. You have 9 cups on your own and therefore 10 with another. So very, very beautiful. There is this missing Ace of Cups though, so it's like there is this new beginning that is happening as well, but it just doesn't get much better than this, you know. At the time of the full moon, Scorpio, Mercury was retrograde in your sign. You okay? Mercury went retrograde on Halloween this year. So at the time of the full moon, Mercury was retrograde. I do believe Venus was in Scorpio, which explains all this love and emotional abundance and, you know, great energy, beautiful. So the sun was opposing the moon in Taurus, and at that moment there was so much clarity and illumination that took place that basically at the end of this transit, you're definitely going to know what you want. You're definitely going to know what does and doesn't belong in your life, because it's kind of hard to not know, Scorpio, when there's this much fulfillment in your life. It might involve completion, especially with the World card and the 10 of Cups. Some of you guys could be, you know, there could be a home environment, completions happening there, but it's just all happening at an emotional level. And again, this might involve other people. I'm pulling the Emperor, so it does involve like maybe Aries, maybe a father figure, maybe authority in some way, and taking your power back, right? There is no such thing as a more powerful Scorpio than one that is in their emotional integrity, feeling those raw emotions, not being afraid, and just knowing what emotional stability feels like. That's what your whole Scorpio season showed us. And I just want to say happy birthday to those of you guys who celebrated it in November. The sun is entering Sagittarius tomorrow, but Scorpio season has been real. So hopefully that helps, Scorpio. Full moon in your 7th house, again, completions being illuminated, more so with others, more so with other people, more so in relationships. But the card that came out, you know, is your own emotional fulfillment, right? Completions. So making sure that you're complete, absolutely complete, Scorpio, not stable. Okay, not stable. There's a difference between being stable emotionally, meaning that you're content. This ain't about being content, Scorpio. This is about really, really feeling emotionally abundant. And you know, I want to say, I don't know if I said this already, but some of you guys could be moving quite a distance. This happiness could be across the world or somewhere kind of far. You might have to travel for this, but wow. So hopefully that helped. Let's move into Sagittarius. Happy birthday, Sag! What is the full moon in Taurus message for Sagittarius? We have an energy coming out. Let's just talk a little bit about the full moon itself, and then we'll reveal the card, okay? So Sagittarius, all jokes aside, the party has not started yet. Let's like be stable right now. But Taurus energy, this full moon is 6 houses away from you. So, you know, It is about lifestyle. It's about your health. Not my favorite house. I'm a Pisces, and the sixth house is the complete opposite energy of me. So it's that Virgo energy of like routine. You know, like the things you do every day to like stabilize your life, the services you are offering other people. Yeah, so that's the sixth house, and Taurus energy is about resources, finances, you know, the things that you own, the things that you possess, but it's a full moon. So this is bringing certain things to a completion. Now, what I love about sixth house full moons is that you could start living a completely different life between now and for one, the new moon in Sagittarius is taking place at the end of the month, and the Gemini full moon that's taking place on December 12th. But basically, from now and up until the next 6 months, this is going to be happening kind of behind the scenes, illuminating. You're going to be, from now and for the next 6 months, you're going to be completing cycles in your life, just shedding things off of you that, like, that you ain't living your best life. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally Sagittarius. This is about living my best life. Like, literally, okay? So this is going to involve, like, endings, financially, you know, like ending jobs and stuff, no longer offering certain services to people, like totally bringing endings to that. And like I said, like when you go through a sixth house full moon, you may not ever live life the same way again. Lit. So let's talk about the tarot card. We have I'm not scared to talk to you about this, Sag, because you are a fire energy. So we have the Five of Wands. Beep, beep, meet, meet, meet. So this is kind of a fight. This is tension, but again, you are a Sag. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. So you know how to wield that wand. You are one of those whippersnappers in that bunch. So there could be some tension you're feeling as far as the lifestyle you're living, as far as resources. It's kind of interesting to have a sixth house Taurus. Like, do you value your life, Sagittarius? Do you consider this life worth it? These are things the Taurus moon wants to know, not me. But yeah, like, are you willing to fight for this? Are you willing to compete for this? Whatever this is, this is definitely competing, and you're going to be fired up with your Sagittarius season coming. So it could be a physical fight. Be careful. Full moons do bring like certain things to a head. So some of you guys may have like actually gotten like physical altercations or like collisions, or just maybe this is just a conflict when it comes to the way somebody's expressing themselves. This is something that needs to change. All right. So interesting. Tension when it comes to lifestyle. So this is what's ending for you, hopefully. This is what's becoming illuminated. Like, what's worth it and what ain't, you know, because there are competitors here. There's other people. There's at least 5 people here that have something to express. They might want to hit you. But bottom of the deck, interestingly enough, is the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy. We have a Taurus present. Some of you guys could be going through this with Taurus, or this could just be the energy of the full moon. Some of you guys need advice, like maybe lifestyle advice. Like I'm hearing the energy of a life coach. Like, how the fuck do I do this? Like, maybe someone's coming to you for that advice and that counsel. But yeah, there is a battle here, a commitment battle. Like, you guys might be just, some of you guys have like commitment issues, or someone you're dealing with does. Like 5 people here fighting over your commitment. Like, no, I want to marry Sagittarius. No, I want to marry Sagittarius. Like, that's just for some of you. But there's a lot of tension here. Let me just be serious. There's a lot of tension here when it comes to commitment and tradition. Like, some of you guys are going through this in a marriage. Okay, the Hierophant is a marriage. So you guys could be feeling these energies with your spouse. For those of you who are married, commitment battles. This is a traditional fight, whatever that means. Like, oh, okay, ooh, you could be getting in belief battles with people, Sagittarius, especially because Jupiter's at the galactic center. So if there's anything that enlightened Sagittarius know right now, it's what they fucking believe. Jupiter is all about beliefs. Trust me, I am also ruled by Jupiter. So I'm feeling this energy. So yeah, you guys could just get in like kind of butt heads with someone who believes something different. Okay. Underneath the Hierophant, we have the Emperor. So we have specifically Taurus and Aries. So your father is coming up here, Sagittarius. This is you taking your power back. This is about you kind of like just being an authority of this empire. Now, for some of you, I'm hearing your father may be in a marriage, and that might be what this tension is caused. You know, just until the full moon in Gemini, maybe slightly over the next 6 months, but This might be what you believe about power. What you believe about power and conflict is coming up here. That might be what this is. Like, this is a power struggle when it comes to committing and what you truly believe in, Sagittarius. You're juggling. Like, you are definitely in the middle of a crossroads here. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So not only are you you have a decision to make, and you're in the middle of two things you value, two very physical things like money, a job, two different homes, two different people. So you have a decision to make there, but you're also in the middle of the Two of Fire here. So this is also about comfort and growth. You guys might have a financial decision. You're juggling. You're juggling these two different things you're passionate about. Like, am I more passionate about this way of living or this way of living? Like, that's going to make me comfortable. This would make me grow, though. And Jupiter, like, really wants you to choose growth here, okay? So if you're choosing between two jobs, what one pays more? It's not really about what pays more, Sag. It's about which one you value more, okay? Keep that in mind. If this is about a job or something like that, which one are you more passionate about? Which one can you see expanding you the most? Okay, we have the Three of Swords here and the Knight of Cups. So some of you guys are definitely going through separation, third party. We have a Pisces here. We have a Cancer. We have a Scorpio. This is the Pisces energy, though. You see the fish. So some of you guys, there's either like a heartbroken Pisces or a water sign, separation energy, heart-to-heart conversations. The Knight of Cups is just someone who's offering love, and this is someone from your past. It's an Empress. It's a divine feminine energy. It may be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, an Aries, a Taurus, a Libra. There may be a phone call where someone expresses their feelings and their broken heart here. This is someone you've been separated from. Okay, but there's the opportunity here for a second chance to resurrect these lovers, to resurrect this feeling. This is romantic here, but what's throwing me off is that some of you guys are feeling loss. Others of you guys who are not going through breakups and separation between now and the 12th. And please keep in mind that you may, Sag, because there's a full moon in your 7th house of relationships next month. So that is going to bring things to completion. I mean, I don't know, I just see someone here that you're broken up with, maybe offering you something, calling you, wanting a second chance. Someone wants forgiveness here, like, please forgive me. Alright, that's just for some of you guys. But anyway, Sagittarius, you guys are definitely in the middle of a portal between comfort and growth, expansion. You're juggling all that you can right now. You're financially stressed out, but there's going to be this choice at the end of all this, okay? And it's definitely, maybe this has to do with like a manager, someone who wears a uniform, authority in some way. We have Aries and Taurus here specifically. And again, this was the card that came out. So battle it out, Sagittarius. There is some tension and conflict somewhere in all your guys' life, and you need to identify that. It's just like, basically, is it worth the battle here? Okay, so happy birthday, guys. Hopefully that helped. Let's move to Capricorn. El Capitan, what is the Taurus full moon message for Capricorn? Interesting. All right, Cap. So before we talk about the card, I just want to talk a little bit about this full moon in Taurus, okay, astrology wise. So you're an earth sign, Capricorn, but you are a cardinal. Sorry, I just broke my nail, I think. You are a cardinal earth sign is all I was trying to do there. And that means that you guys are extremely focused on action, okay? Taurus is not like Capricorn or Virgo. Virgo is here, Capricorn is here. Virgo is change, Capricorn is action. Taurus is doing neither in order to stabilize that energy, okay? So for me, Capricorn, this is about learning how to stabilize yourself, ground yourself before you take certain action in certain areas. This could also be, well, first of all, let's say this. Taurus is 5 houses away from you. So it's great that you're an earth sign. This moon is trining you, obviously. This is going to ground you. It's going to be important. It's that earth energy beneath your feet. But it's the 5th house, which I love talking about the fifth house. No wonder I'm like kind of happy talking to you guys and not my usual serious, like, okay, let's let's move into Capricorn. Like, let me tighten my tie up. It's because you guys are going through very light-hearted energy this time. Very light-hearted energy, Capricorn, with romance, pleasure, creativity. So this is a great area in the chart. There is a full moon here, so there's going to be endings and completions to soulmates, to things involving children. things involving creativity, and like, so with you, it's about resources and your value. Like, do you value happiness, Capricorn? Of course you do, right? Do you value pleasure? Do you value creativity? You're going to need resources. You're going to need new resources, whatever that means. This is about, doing physical things that make you happy, whatever that is. You know, things that are creative. This is also about expressing your self-worth as well, Capricorn. But I love the fifth house. It really is about something that you can create, whether you have enough money or not, Capricorn. This full moon, Taurus, your sister sign, is definitely going to want you to create something with this energy throughout the endings. Like, whatever ends in your life, it would be best for you to go after your own happiness. It would be best for you to use that in a creative way to even further initiate your own self-worth, the sense of your own self-worth. So fifth house energy here, huh? Okay, soulmates, children. Card coming out, Capricorn. Knight of Wands. Who is this? Could be the energy you're taking on, especially if you have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But this could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. This is a Sagittarius to me specifically. But let's just go ahead and talk some shit about this Knight of Wands, okay? Because the Knight of Wands is a player, usually. In tarot, to put it in a more nicer way, it's someone who's in and out of your life, okay? One minute they're passionate. The next minute you don't hear from them. It could be a one night stand. It's just someone who's very quick. The faster they come in, the faster they leave, okay? So this is very quick passion coming in. I don't want to throw any shade here at this. All right, because it's lit. It's a very fun individual. Are they stable? Are they truthful? I don't know. Are they emotional? Are they romantic? No, maybe not. But they are fun. And they're on an adventure. They're on a quest for passion. And it looks like they're charging after you. Or maybe these are your qualities for this time being. This is a passionate message, though. I've said that briefly. Every night is in the pursuit. So this is on the way to you. It's not just being expressed to you. It's on the way to you. Very passionate. Very, very expressive. This could be the energy of that fifth house, romance, creativity, Leo energy, okay? Bottom of the deck, Lovers. So it could be involving a Gemini. For some of you guys, this is a twin flame. Someone you have a very, very romantic connection with. You may not be physical with this person. There may be some distance. But golly, Capricorn, I guess this, it makes sense. Taurus, full moon in the fifth house. There's going to be a lot of this. I think you guys are trying to embrace this energy. So excuse me for having like kind of, I guess, a censored version of the Knight of Wands. I've dealt with the Knight of Wands recently. Couple different Knight of Wands actually. And it's just in and out, pleasure, passion. And it's the Capricorn in me that is a little unsure about that, because it's like, is this person going to be around for the next 10 years? Can I have a foundation with this person? What's your 401k? What is your credit score? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are too passionate in and out for me to even know like how much money you got in the bank and type shit. Just kidding. This is a joke. But all bullshit aside, this is somebody who's very passionate. Whether it's you, I mean, with the Lovers card, it's someone who's coming in really passionate to connect with you from afar, maybe even to come and see you for the first time physically for some of you guys. But there is an underlying energy of a choice that you may have to make about this individual or about this energy. Again, this might not be a person. It could just be the energy. Like, maybe Capricorn is being a little less serious with this fifth house energy. You're taking this month to kind of be more lighthearted. Great. Love it. But there is a choice. You guys are juggling, some of you guys, between two different things you value. This is definitely like someone may be juggling two different people here, you or another person. That might explain why you or another person is just kind of in and out, kind of one night stand in energy. We do have the Three of Swords here, so someone here may have to break up. There may be loss. There may be a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to be had here. Someone may be feeling separated, whatever that means. And we have the Knight of Cups, similar to Sagittarius's reading. So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, you might want to watch that reading, because they have this message too. So you have two Knights, a Pisces, a Sag. You guys are coming right together though. This person does have feelings for you. They just might be wrapped up in something else. Like, someone wants a second chance here. It might be a Pisces. Okay, a Cancer, a Scorpio, but to me, honestly, this is just someone who has romantic feelings for you. This might be someone you're separated from, or someone you connect with after a separation, but we do have someone who wants a second chance. It might be a phone call, very romantic phone call to express these heart-to-heart conversations, but yeah, someone here definitely has a choice to make. This is an energy of juggling more than one person, place, or thing, like 2 different things you value. But this is divine, okay? Some of you guys, this person, whether they're in and out, whatever. I don't know if this is your type, but have been placed here by the universe. And again, I do feel like this is some of your guys' energy, just kind of expressing yourself romantically and very quickly, charging forward, not thinking about the consequences, just charging in, going on that adventure, going on that quest for pleasure, passion, and creativity. That's a great card to come up for the 5th house, honestly. So just kind of to bring that back around, this is a full moon in your 5th house. So do you value this energy? Okay, because this kind of energy is going to really light a fire with you, Capricorn, and it's going to make you feel passion that you haven't felt in a while. It's bringing endings and completions, but new beginnings as well. So what can you create with this energy? Some of you guys are really feeling the romantic connection. Your twin flame may be in and out of your life, but it's still a passionate connection. You know, there's some juggling going on here at a brokenhearted level, but it's all about what you value, Capricorn, when it comes to this romance. I mean, romance is a thing for you this month with Taurus full moon, okay? Your emotions there, things being illuminated there. So let's see what you can create, and what the valued creations that come from you, Capricorn, from now until the full moon in Gemini on December 12th, but also just now and from over the next 6 months until Taurus season, when we have a new moon there where you can plant new seeds of romance, okay? So hopefully that helped. Let's move to Aquarius. Aquarius, what is the Taurus full moon message for Aquarius? Taurus full moon message for Aquarius. We have a message coming out and I love it. So before we reveal the card, Aquarius, let's talk a little bit about Taurus and how this could be affecting you astrology-wise. So Aquarius, you, just like Leo, just like Scorpio, you're a fixed sign, meaning that you are in the middle of change and action constantly. It's not really about anything that you can do. It's not really about anything that needs to change. It's about the stability that takes place between those two things. For you, that's mental. For Taurus, that's physical. Okay, it's logical. For you, it's intellectual. Taurus is your 4th house, Aquarius. All the air signs are going through very emotional houses with this full moon. The 4th house, it's gonna square you. We have Aquarius here, we have Taurus here. There's a harsh 90-degree angle that forms between you guys naturally on the zodiac wheel. So I do have to mention the energy of compromise, the energy of meeting someone halfway. It's definitely, there's some tension, all right? This could be happening with family, it could be happening in the home with some kind of foundation, or just within your emotions, okay? That's the 4th house energy. Your roots, where you consider yourself to be from. Full moon there could be endings in your home. There could be certain endings that are significant when it comes to a family. So very, very interesting. Let's talk about the card though. We have the Fool, which is actually a Uranus card. Ruled by Uranus, that is your energy. Uranus is actually a big part of this full moon, Aquarius. It's in Taurus. So Uranus, your ruling planet, is actually in your 4th house of home, family. So the strange, the unpredictable, the enlightenment, some disruption happening there perhaps, but being rare, being unique, standing out, you know, doing things your own way, Aquarian, that rebel energy, but mostly enlightenment. And unpredictableness is a part of this full moon in these completions happening. So let's talk about what this means as far as tarot though. This is a risk. Okay, so between now and the full moon in Gemini and potentially over the next 6 months, there's going to be certain risks, Aquarius, where you're just starting over. You're making these leaps of faith. You're jumping into something new adventure, starting over. This is the card 0. So this is the first card in tarot. Absolutely new beginning, new homes, newness happening with your family, certain risks. But I love it. It's a journey. You know, the sky is the limit. Let's take the risk. Like, whatever. If I fall, if I fly, who gives a shit? All right. So I love it. You could be dealing with an Aries, but loving the new beginning. For you, this full moon is definitely about endings and beginnings. Now, the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Pentacles. So this may be a risk to let something go, Aquarius. This may be a risk financially, because this is about saving money. So there is an underlying energy here of wanting to save money, wanting to be stable when it comes to the 4th house of foundation. Like, this is the 4 of Pentacles. So the stability of your foundation, home is coming up here.
Some of you guys might be wanting to make new leaps over the next 6 months with this Taurus full moon. We do have the Justice card. There's Libra energy present. There's the energy of marriage. There's the energy of court, law, the justice system, missed opportunities as well, because you're moving on to calmer waters. You are becoming enlightened for sure with this Taurus full moon. You could be dealing with a Taurus. There could be conflict in a marriage. There's actions that you want to take that you felt restricted from, Aquarius, and because of that you are moving on to calmer waters, and therefore you may not be emotionally available right now, but there is justice here, there is balance, there is fairness and equality here present. So this is the difference between letting go. This is kind of like my message for Virgo. You guys could be dealing with Virgo. If you have Virgo energy, you might want to watch my Virgo November reading, because Virgo's message was all about letting go and taking a risk, a leap of faith. So this is about letting go and taking a risk. It may look weird, Aquarius. It may look strange. It may catch some people off guard, what you do with your family and in your home environment, and how you stabilize yourself emotionally over the next 6 months. But I'm feeling like you want to take this risk, okay? This is new energy. Let's get another card for you, Aquarius. Please clarify this Fool for Aquarius. Like, some people may think it's a foolish decision, but you are ruled by Uranus energy. So you literally know when there's an opportunity to be strange and to do something rare. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. So 2 indications of a new beginning. This may be a new child in the home, a new family. It may be strange, but you're taking a risk for something you feel. This makes so much sense, Aquarius. Definitely the energy of a new child, or a new beginning emotionally, self-love, new love. So between now and basically, you may see this energy, you may see changes in this energy at the end of November, like the 28th, when we have a new moon in Sag. You may feel this energy when it comes to December 12th, when we have a full moon in Gemini. But basically from now until Taurus season, the next 6 months is how these cycles work. When we have a new moon in Taurus, when we can plant seeds and start new things in the home. But until then, you're risking it all. You're going after what you feel. Like, if there's new feelings, Aquarius, you're jumping towards that. You're jumping towards new love, new feelings, healing. This is very healing, new beginning. And even at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. Like, this is honestly something that would emotionally fulfill you guys all. You could be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There is a child energy here for some of you guys. And again, it's going to cause conflict. It's going to cause, like, maybe some arguments. These are just the naysayers, people who want to control what you do. But you guys are making a leap for it. It's going to be successful. And it's ultimately something, like, this is kind of like the Ten of Cups. So there's definitely a new home environment here. Or just changes happening to your foundation, whatever that means, so that you can feel an abundance of emotion and fulfilled in these areas of your life. So embrace the endings that take place. This is about the value of family. This is about the value and the worth of home and your roots. Do you value where you come from, Aquarius? Outer space, the world. You guys are very otherworldly. So it's interesting talking to you guys about the 4th house, where you come from. You guys come from a very strange place, and you're embracing that more and more now that Uranus has moved into your 4th house of home. Okay, so yeah, do you value home? Do you value family? Certain completions here to reflect that and to help you initiate that, Aquarius. So hopefully that helps. 4th house, full moon. Again, there may be compromise there, or having to meet certain people, places, and things in the middle. Okay, and then last but not least, let's read for Pisces. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have did that accent because cards are coming out. We had a brief indication of the Lovers, Pisces. Could be dealing with a Gemini. And we have the Ten of Cups behind that, Lovers. So there could be a decision here based on emotional fulfillment with a person. There's definitely a decision here because we have the Two of Wands as well. So you're in the middle, specifically in regards to twin flame relationship, like a connection. Let's just put it that way. There may be 2 different people or one connection where there's 2 different versions of comfort and growth, okay? Basically, what card just tried to show itself? Oh, the Death card. This might be involving a Scorpio. This could be involving changes, transformation. You are in the middle. For some of us, Pisces, it's 2 different people. For others of us, these are 2 different ways that we feel about a connection. But with the Two of Wands and the Lovers, this is definitely about where we've been when it comes to love and where we're going. do we want to be comfortable in our relationships, or do we want expansive relationships? That's just something coming up briefly. Let me talk about these cards that came out, but then we're going to reshuffle because I was being silly. But first, let's talk about this Taurus full moon and where it's happening at in our chart, Pisces. Taurus is 3 houses away from us. So we are going through a full moon in our house of communication, short distance travel, in the lower mind. Meaning that there's going to be a lot of illumination and clarity there when it comes to the things we're saying. Like, this is an opportunity to communicate value to people. This is an opportunity to value communication. There's going to be certain ways of communication that we just don't use anymore, Pisces. Things that we say, ways that we think. The negative ways we think about value are changing a lot, and this is why I didn't really know why Pisces was doing this. I've known for a while that Pisces is coming into a sense of self-worth, but I didn't really know the cause. I couldn't really put my finger on it, and now that I'm talking to you all, it makes me come into the realization that it's because of this Taurus full moon in our 3rd house. So what we think in a lower minded level is being illuminated. So we have this new sense of self-worth here. And yeah, this is about communication. We might get in a lot of conversations about what we deserve and what we value, things like that, Pisces. Cards coming out though. Queen of Wands could be our energy, could be another person's energy. It depends. But we have this with the 9 of Wands. So there is a slight indication here of the 10 of Wands. You know, we've got 9 wands here we're hanging on to, and then this other person has 1. So, 9 plus 1 is 10. Indication of a burden. A lot of fire energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, specifically women. If so, we are feeling kind of defensive. We are feeling kind of the need to protect ourselves from this person. We've been through battles. We are kind of defensive about the actions we're taking, Pisces, because there's a need for Pisces to take action now confidently. This is about Pisces really feeling sexy, really feeling confident, if I haven't already said that. Maybe even a little feisty, Pisces. I got called feisty the other day, which Pisces is feisty, sassy, I think is what I got called. So yeah, there is this blocked action that I'm feeling. And we have to relate this to communication and endings, okay? There might be conversations about endings that are important between now and the full moon in Gemini that may also be playing out in some way, shape, or form for the next 6 months until the Taurus new moon in Taurus season. So I do feel a message here about someone who's protecting themselves from a very attractive woman. Like, I don't know. This may be the other woman. 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles could have a decision to make about an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe we're just trying to be practical. It's important in this crossroads, Pisces, that we consider our value. Before we make this decision between where we've been and where we're going, between comfort and growth, we're like, what would be the most stable though? What would be the most stable? Because, this Taurus energy is like, maybe a financial decision. We have 2 women showing up here, maybe 2 different versions of ourselves if you're a female. But yeah, there's a blocked fire sign here. There's blocked passion, Pisces. And maybe this needs to change in order for our communication to get better. Because we could be communicating kind of stubbornly, okay? So let's try that again. So what is the Taurus full moon message for Pisces? What's the Taurus full moon message for Pisces? Wow, okay, so I had this message show up, the 2 and the 3 of Swords. Some of us are really at a crossroads between our mind and our heart. Okay, our heart has stopped. Our heart is at a stoplight, meaning that even though our emotions run so deep, Pisces, if you felt lately that your heart chakra is just like off limits, or like you're being kept from loving certain people, or you're keeping yourself from loving certain people or having certain emotion, like this is why. There is a decision that you need to make after some kind of separation. There's a decision that involves heartbreak, communicating at a heart level, head over heart decision for sure. Like, you can't make your mind up because your heart's broken. Like, you can't, this is like deciding with a heartbreak, a heartbreaking decision, deciding while your heart is broken. Definitely some kind of decision. We have the Knight of Pentacles here and the Sun. Virgo energy, Leo energy, King of Pentacles. But the card that just came out, Pisces, is the Queen of Pentacles. This is my Taurus card. This is my Virgo Capricorn. But I think of Taurus when I see this card. Yeah, this is all about our stability. In Pisces, when I say that we have found our value, we have found our value. Like, the Aries full moon is what showed Pisces their value. And now we're communicating that. Now our lower mind is on the same page as that. We are definitely focused on the tangible, the real. You know, the fantasy is no longer enough for Pisces, and that's because our ruling planet Neptune is going out of retrograde on like just the 26th of November. So the rose-colored glasses, they're not working anymore. Like, we're not repainting people's colors. Like, we could be very earth sign and logical about this energy. We are definitely stable, secure, and focused on reality. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean we're not dreamers. We're still writing poetry. We're still singing. We're still crushing. We still have like these fantasies, and we have in this imagination, Pisces, but you know, we're combining that with what we can make into a reality. And this is all about communication, right? We're communicating this. You could be dealing with an earth sign. Okay, earth signs may be important, especially if you're communicating with an earth sign. You know, we're moving a bit slower, Pisces, in order to obtain happiness here. And we even have a divine counterpart showing up, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so when this happens, it's like this is a very valued relationship, okay? Two people who have their own stability. These are two people who know their own self-worth, even though they're facing opposite directions. Okay, so our relationships are embodying the King and the Queen of Pentacles, meaning that the fantasy isn't enough. Like, maybe I feel something for you, but if you're not like, if you're not giving me anything real, you know, if your actions aren't speaking for yourself, like this, I don't value this. Like, we have to value this together. Shared values. It needs to be a tangible relationship. Yeah, some of us are just really focused on being single, no matter the tension that we feel. There could be a lot of suitors that want our attention, Pisces, but we're embracing that Nine of Pentacles. I even see the Ten of Pentacles that came out, kind of sneaking out on the other side of my deck. So we're focused on our future for some reason, Pisces. We're focused on the long term. These two people are in it to win it together. They run a very physical. They could run a business together, a very business relationship. They're connected financially. Slight hint of codependency there for some of us, but I mean, these people both have their own coin though. But Pisces, yeah, we're moving. There's a lot of earth energy in this reading for some reason, and we are definitely trying to make our mind up about heartbreak, Pisces. This message came out in a few others readings. This message right here. Okay, so I do feel like the Knight of Cups is us, and we could definitely be. I don't know if we're heartbroken, Pisces, and indecisive. I know some of us are, but if we're this Knight of Cups, we could be offering love even though we're heartbroken. Only a Pisces, only a fucking Pisces would try to romanticize someone, try to show love to someone. We're just always going to be that charming individual. We're hopeless fucking romantics. Hashtag point blank period. Like, so Pisces, there is this judgment call here. This has come up for a lot of signs, but now that I'm talking to you and it just so happened to be at the bottom of the deck, it's like there are second chances that people want, Pisces, or that you want. There's relationships resurrecting with that Mercury retrograde in Scorpio that happened. This might be someone we're separated with. It could involve a third party. There may be someone who calls you, Pisces, to express their love and heartbreak, and then you're gonna have a decision to make. Does that make sense? Like, your heart is at a crossroads. And, you know, not even only that, it's broken. Okay, so I don't know if this is us or someone else, Pisces. I just wanted to show you that there. Definitely decisions to make. And it looks like the overall message is the Queen of Pentacles. So stay grounded, Pisces. Stay practical. And know your worth. So before I go, I want to just get one last message, just in case that didn't resonate with you guys. So let's see. Well, we have a card coming out. Alright, so this Taurus full moon is not going to be without partnership. We have the Justice card and the Two of Cups. So, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus, you guys, so don't sleep on that romantic energy. We are going to be at an emotional crossroads between things that we value, you know, choices to make emotionally. And fairness is important here, especially those of us who are married. We may be moving on, okay, because I see the Six of Swords now and the Ten of Swords. So this is all about moving on from pain, so that we can gain clarity and new beginnings. I do see the energy of Cancer showing up here, but that actually is the card for victory. So we have moving forward with victory and truth because of this full moon. It's just something about knowing our worth. You know, this Taurus energy is really coming in clutch so that we can move away from painful endings, letting go of what doesn't belong to us. That includes pain. Some of these endings don't belong to us. Like, I'm not going to place ownership over that pain. You know, that's the beauty of Taurus energy. Like, no, I don't value that. Yeah. So, ooh, I didn't see this, but there may be missed opportunities, you guys. Be careful. see if anything else wants to come out. Any other Taurus full moon messages for us, spirits? Oh wow, that Knight of Wands came out. That Knight of Wands. And I also see the moon in the Three of Cups. So there is this moon energy here, Pisces, Cancer. Celebrating with this moon, making emotional collaborations with people based on self-worth, and having decisions to make. Now we have Sagittarius season. This could be about Venus and Sagittarius, people who are in and out of our life, but you know, for whatever reason, after we all come into our own sense of self-worth in these different areas of our chart, it's about charging forward to express our love for people. You know, Scorpio season was all about holding our emotions back and being afraid to say certain things, but to me, Taurus, they know their value. That's the reason why Taurus and Scorpio are opposites. So when we come into our value, we become less afraid to share our emotion because we're standing firm on our own. Yeah, there's a lot of passionate messages coming in. Specifically, Sagittarius season, arrows of love, and Venus is there, you guys. Maybe when Venus goes on the galactic center. So thanks, guys, for listening. Hopefully these messages resonated. I think this was a pretty nice full moon. I didn't mention the fact that the moon is exalted in Taurus, so this was very powerful. So I guess we'll talk again on the new moon in Sagittarius. Bye!